Your kid, daughter, off the pole.
Guys,
It's
I am
your job.
always a fan of LinkedIn polls. I think they're the most scientifically clear way to
Statistically
compare anything.
viable,
Yeah, they
accurate.
are. They are. They're super accurate. So where this came from, I saw a post over the weekend that basically said that most hiring managers and recruiters do not care about resumes anymore. Instead, they care about your social media footprint.
Was that a Hermosi? That was a
It was
Hermosi?
it was Layla. Layla,
What's she talking about, bro?
I
Stay in your
and I was
lane. Stay in your lane.
And I'm like, "Layla, I love you and your husband. You guys put out tons of good content, but you've got to understand when you're posting things about for job seekers, they will save it and then they will literally think that the way to get a job is to post stuff on LinkedIn." Or somebody in a comment said, "Who cares about experience and expertise when you can continuously post nonsense via social media outlets?"
Not wrong. Not
Yeah, I don't see
wrong.
anything wrong with that.
Not wrong at
So,
all.
what do you guys think? What matters more when you hire someone? Are you going with the social media presence or the resume?
I'm going with their resume. Otherwise, I'm not going to be a good recruiter and I'll get fired.
Yeah, I guess the
Hey,
resume.
this candidate's not
So
qualified, but
boring.
check out these killer memes that they stole from recruiter Kenny. These are killer. You should definitely hire this person.
Things that
Definitely.
have never been said during an interview.
But what if it's for a social media job?
Not even. Some of the best social media people I know have
Of the
no social
worst. It's the
media.
plumber with the broken toilet. It's true.
So true. It's just like therapists and like dating coaches who are single.
Don't even go
Exactly.
there.
Exactly. But look, here's the other thing that I think is at the end of the day, social media, it can really influence like your job search in a negative way if you're posting really bad stuff. But I've never had a hiring manager say, "Well, they lack all the experience. They haven't done anything that we're looking for. But man, that LinkedIn content was so fire. We're gonna hire them, and we're gonna hire them at the top of the pay range." No one has ever said that. I just want that to be clear. So why don't we see? Why don't we see what the rest of LinkedIn thinks? And oh, this is what I call
Dang.
a dumb poll, a dumb Joel poll, because
Mm.
91% of people agree that it's the resume. And if I go through some of these comments, to be fair, someone did say it depends on the role, but I think most people still view social media as personal in nature. David Pollard said the demise of resumes was premature? Question mark. Most of my clients want the LinkedIn profile included in submittals. And I'm like, yeah, but they still want the resume. I recruit. Someone said I recruit in vibes. So now you better have good vibes. Vibes is getting jobs. But guys, this is why I'm so big with these polls, because sometimes there's just content, and the original post went like viral, and then I just think like job seekers, they already have so much to think about, and it's like resume is going to
Giving
get
them
you
more
a job.
work.
Giving them more work, more stuff to focus on. So there we have it.
You can sell courses.
You can you
Well,
can sell courses, brand deals. Shout out to brand deals. Does this surprise you though? Is anybody shocked by this? Anybody out there surprised by this? Is any recruiters out there want to kind of go at me with this one? Because I thought it was pretty clear.
I think it's a combination, right? I mean, I think it's generally it's bad. It's a bad take from her, which I'm not surprised. I've seen a lot of bad takes, and some of them I think are bad takes for the purpose of being controversial to draw attention and eyeballs. Similar to Joel, the one I've been sharing in our private conversation too. Some of them are meant to be polarizing, right? I don't know,
Polarizing.
right? But I also think that there is. I don't disqualify a candidate who does not have a good social media presence. But if I see a candidate and I look at their LinkedIn and I see they're talking about the industry and they're bringing up relevant industry news, that's a plus. That's a check plus. But it's not going to overtake their resume. I seem to know their experience and their qualifications and potential ability to do the job.
Would Danielle, let me
What's
what
icking you
is
over there? I sent a little ick click over there.
it click? What are some things that people maybe shouldn't do or should be thinking about when it comes to social media on the job search? Like, what are some things you've seen where you're like, all right, that could disqualify you?
Yeah, I mean, it really, one of the things is like, how are you using your social media? So if you're using it to like post thirst traps and like
Are you
show off
calling
your,
me out? Are you calling me out?
yeah, I am. But like showing off your, your brat summer, like I don't recommend that you put yourself on public because usually a
Is that
hiring
on
manager
blast?
is going to see any social media presence that you have.
Ooh.
Because most people check that thing when they hire people. And So yeah, that's like one of the first things is be very mindful about how you're using your social media and who has access to it. And the second thing is, be mindful also about like the types of content that you're posting, right? Like you don't want to post stuff that makes you super unhireable like Joel does. You want to post things that showcase your
Ick
thought leadership,
memes.
that
Dude, I'm
showcase
so hireable. This is
Ick
just
memes. Ick memes all day long.
that
you
showcase
know
like
what? When
what
I
you're
get hired as like president of some big company, I'm coming back to these clips and I'm shoving them in your face. Okay. Well, I
I
do real quick. Tommy said in the comments, he said if you see a recruiter with less than 500 connections, that is always questionable.
Yes and no.
I used to recruit recruiters. I think that can be true if it's like professional roles, but I would argue with staffing. I know some killer staffing
Yeah, for
recruiters
real.
that have like 200 connections on
I agree
LinkedIn.
with Joel. They're hunting elsewhere through other relationships. They don't need to be
So,
on LinkedIn. So
anyway,
let's
Joel's
keep it
poll's
moving.
over. If you
Joel's
got
polls.
ideas for a
Joel's
poll,
polls.
DM me because I love hearing poll ideas. I'm all about it.